My plan for the future is that to become a innovative engineer that can think and produce something that will give the solution to the, especially in terms of energy power generation in Nigeria, like free energy.
There's considerable amount of innovation going on among our teaming populace, teaming youth, and government is actually doing very well in trying to create, awareness and build skills, leading to bringing in of new ways of doing things.
We are not saying people should reinvent wheel, but you can leverage on the existing knowledge on what other people have done. You look at a technology developed by somebody. If that technology is up to 20 years old in the system, you are free to copy it from A to Z. Where it is less than 20 years, you have to study it carefully to see what other knowledge would you add on that.
The elite must believe that the solutions to all our problems, be it security, be it health, be it farming, banditry, whatever it is in science, technology, and innovation.
The young innovator comes up with good idea. Once his product is accepted, he will be encouraged to do more. When we support him financially, he will do more. The next thing is to patronize his product. When you patronize his product, he will build more.
Innovation is the introduction of something new, of an idea that has been transformed into practical reality. Innovation also means the practical implementation of ideas that result in the introduction of new goods or services or improvement in offering goods or services. While the internet offers various definitions of innovation, a common element is the focus on newness, improvement, and spread of ideas or technologies.
Any nation that needs to move must embrace innovation. If we want to prosper, we want to develop, we must embrace, innovation. It could be a new idea, it could be a new, better way of doing, all things. And now that the world is a global village, courtesy of the ICT, we can use computer in advancing, innovation, new ideas, and things like that.
In recognition of the importance of science, technology, and innovation to the development of any country, Nigeria's first national science and technology policy was produced in 1986. The aim of the policy, which was reviewed in 1997, was to use the knowledge of science and technology to ensure better quality of life for the Nigerian people.
Everything you can think of, even in territorial domination, any country or any region that have a higher technology. In fact, military power is not assessed by the number of soldiers or men you have, but what technology do you have. That has been the means that help in winning all wars, including world wars. The new technology has always been the issues.
How much has Nigeria's science and technology policy encouraged innovation in modern Nigeria? Though the government says it is investing in innovation and technology, Nigerians say the impact is yet to be felt.
What is challenging has been implementation. The National Science and Technology Policy has been updated with time. It's adequate. But what has limited the impact is, over the years, is full implementation. Let me tell you, even the council itself that is supposed to sit on matters of science and technology has not been able to sit until 2016.
Technology is the application of knowledge for practical purposes. Some Asian countries, particularly China and South Korea, are aggressively investing in research and technology development. Research shows that China, which is producing millions of graduates in the field of science and technology annually, is the largest investor in innovation, technology, and research after the United States. Also, economies like that of China and Russia are already reaping the benefits of technology and innovation, which is playing a central role in transforming their countries for the better. However, some basic factors continue to derail the development and implementation of technological innovations in Nigeria.
The Federal Ministry of Science and Technology has a platform through which young innovators could be assisted with grants to move their innovation to the next level. We call it Presidential Standing Committee on Invention and Innovation. Every year, the ministry provides some kind of grants to Nigerian innovators, inventors who have applied. And the intention of that grant is to help them move what they have invented to the next level. When it reaches a certain level now, then that is now when we bring the private sector to see how they can now partner with the innovators.
The long-standing commitment to the development of young minds in arts, science, and technology prompted the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) to initiate the NTA ETV Expo to showcase young innovative minds in these fields across the country.
The name of this device is called LDPE/PET recycling furnace. It means low density polyethylene and polyethylene terephthalate recycling furnace. I constructed it for the purpose of recycling and managing single-use plastics like our water cans, our pure water. So this machine is basically composed of three main parts. This is the combustion chamber, the reactor, and the absorption column. In the combustion chamber, you put the charcoal. Then when the charcoal is heated, it gives direct heat to the reactor. The reactor is where these plastic wastes are being recycled. So this, when you put the shredded plastic inside here, you now use the stirrer. This stirrer is used for uniform distribution of the plastic. When the plastic is being melted, it is then removed. It comes out from this outlet and enters this mode. So I constructed this absorption column to trap in toxic effluents from the plastic. So inside this absorption column is a filter capsule. This filter capsule helps to trap in those toxic waste so that it can give out pure air to the atmosphere. So this is one of my products. It's an interlock made from molten plastic, and I mix it with sand so that it can be strong. This plastic is a binder. As you can see, it's very light and very, very durable.
Every year since 2005, the NTA has organized the Expo to showcase, identify, and applaud the laudable attempts of young Nigerians and their projects aimed at improving the living standard in the country.
We are trying to address the issue of available solar spraying machine in the country, because there are some faults and injuries available spraying machine or the pouring ones bring to our local farmers, because it injure chest injury to our local farmers, and it is not qualitative, and some are very cheap and the other one is very expensive. Most of our local farmers can't afford it. We try to make a system that is in between this two problem, to make a project that use a PVC photovoltaic energy to convert into DC energy to work in a farm and spray pesticides or herbicide chemicals in a farm, and it work for 6 hours.
With the recognition of science and technology as the catalyst for Nigeria's development and economic diversification, the event is widely recognized as NTA's contribution to the development of science and technology in the country.
So the machine is not only for rice, you can use for any grain. Here are different type of sieve. We have different type of sieve. This is how it works. Yes, electricity and manual. Look at it. Yes, that is how it works. Well done. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Participation in the NTA ETV Expo is drawn from the 36 states of the Federation, including the FCT Abuja, and the children are allowed to compete in junior and senior categories of science, technology, and art fields.
Here is a sensor which gives alert when the light is red, indicating that cars should stop at this point. The sensor, when someone disobeys the traffic light, this sensor gives sound and alert to the law enforcement agency. And inside here is a camera which captures the car that disobeys the traffic light and sends it to the law enforcement agency.
As you can see, this is the charging port.
Mansour Sokoto from Sokoto State was one of hundreds of young innovators that have had the opportunity of participating in the NTA ETV Expo. His first appearance was in 2010 when he showcased an FM radio transmitter.
ETV exposed my experience, encouraged my mind to stand up on what I'm doing, especially in the area of invention and innovation of the technology. Because after that time, I was pausing my research, and still I'm talking to you. I have a shop in Sokoto where I am producing electrical and electronics projects, and now those my products are now being sold in the market. Though after I graduate from Polytechnic, I have not get a governmental job, but I now convert that technology that I have, that was given to me from the Almighty God, to become a self-reliance.
Mansour had opportunity to return to Abuja for the 2011 and 2012 Expo, each time with new inventions.
The main reason why I give more concentration of rechargeable lamp, based on rechargeable lamp, is that because it is the most people need, especially in the rural areas. But in the local government of Sokoto State, especially in the eastern side of Sokoto State, eastern zone, they are most needed. But due to the challenges, is the still poor spot. Because if you start doing technological activities, you will get discouraged.
Now, 11 years after his first appearance at the NTA TV Expo, Mansour Sokoto is still thriving and has improved on his innovations. Just like many young inventors like him in Nigeria, he is still trying to survive without encouragement and support from the government.
Since ETV, after that, I make a mobile phone charger that you can plug on your motorcycle. So that's one, even for it was very accepted in the especially rural areas, more especially where there is no electricity. So it's function also as well. And we also have a charger controller.
Mansour has since established himself in Sokoto, where he works with his interns to bring more of his innovative ideas to fruition. He believes with proper encouragement, him and other young innovators in Nigeria can train and employ more Nigerians who can, in turn, be paying it forward.
If we have the support from the especially government, NGOs, and our communities, I'm telling you, and gradually we are going to reach the level that will help us to support exporting productions from the outside countries, especially in terms of electrical and electronics areas. See, in Nigeria, we are very back behind in terms of production. So, and look at our population. We are about how many millions now? We are about 200 millions, or almost 200 millions. How many people are graduation per year? So, and nobody, and the government have not space or chance to accommodate those our graduations. So, please and please, I'm appealing to the especially government to give the support in terms of technological activities, only one project can help to provide jobs to thousands, hundreds of youths.
President and CEO Digital Bridge Institute, Professor Mohammed Ajia, believes the country is on a promising path. Despite the problems of infrastructure, Nigeria remains the home of Africa's largest internet users and mobile subscriptions.
For you to be innovative, you need to be supported, and you need to be where you are. You don't have to go to towns and cities. You can be innovative while you are at the places that are not cities and things like that. But you need the infrastructure. You needed the internet, you needed power, you needed all those things. You needed the devices that would help you. You also needed to research a bit, So all those things are problems. Until we are able to provide all the infrastructure, the government has come up with policy on broadband penetration. The NCC is leading. We have gone ahead, in the penetration. There's still more to be done. There's also power. We have challenges in the power industry.
In order to make progress in the field of technology and innovation in Nigeria, an agency of the Federal Ministry of Science and Technology was established for technology acquisition and promotion. NOTAP is strategic to the development of science, technology, and innovation in Nigeria.
Before any innovation is translated into product and services, because that is commercialization, you need to protect the intellectual asset of the innovation. How do we protect the intellectual asset? Is by patenting the technology. So NOTAP assists innovators and inventors to patent their intellectual assets free of charge. So any innovator or any inventor who now comes out with something that has potential to translate into product and services, he goes to our website, he can download the forms. Where he has difficulty in filling the forms, he come to the office, we have staff who would guide him. Write the claims, make the necessary search, we take it to the patent registry, we pay the patenting fee, we only call him to come and collect his patent certificate, because that is the certificate he would need to negotiate with private sector in realizing or in translating his products into in his innovation into product and services. That is commercialization of research and development efforts.
Research shows that Nigeria is losing some of its most promising innovators to the West due to lack of local support. 22-year-old Ignatius Asabo, who builds drones using locally sourced materials, is a very good example. He was recently employed by a company in Finland following recognition of his potential and talent. As a student without government support for his innovations, he was selling self-made drone parts to support himself while also performing street drone flights on social media to earn money for his innovations. Most of these inventions caught the eye of a Finnish company which tracked him down and employed him.
Getting together funds that can be utilized, in taking idea from the table onto the market. This is, I think, where the problem is. And I believe there are a lot of interventions, including interventions from the Central Bank of Nigeria. I believe also there is also low, maybe awareness. And programs like this could help create the awareness, and people can access funds, after they brought in their ideas, after it has been tested.
Stakeholders say top on the list of problems facing the development of science and technology in Nigeria is the fact that majority of Nigerians do not like to patronize made in Nigeria goods.
Be proud to use Nigerian product. A common person can encourage Nigerian product, because if you encourage it, you end up getting a job. So if you get a job can go all over. So the idea basically is to patronize Nigerian product. When you do that, I'm 100% sure a lot of things will improve, especially in the science sector. Patronage is the key word that a common man can do. Acceptability that thing is good is one thing a common man can do. And that, if that is done, all we are talking about is the science will be improved in the country.
This is actually not a problem of Nigeria alone. When some years back, you don't want to see product that is Taiwan or even Japanese. In fact, some people will even say this product is Taitu. In fact, you don't want to buy product from China or India. You want England or German product or US product. Every nation go through this. So the approach of this government is that whatever we can demonstrate sufficient capacity to produce locally, then it will compel Nigerians to use local product. Elsewhere, you can import certain Android phone, like in India, or certain vehicles. They are on, although not up to that standard, you must be using it. And that is what China did to continuously improve.
Mansour says it is difficult for young inventors like him to thrive without the support and patronage of fellow Nigerians.
Most of the Nigerians, they are very poor patriotism in terms of what we are manufacturing as domestic productions. But I make a plan. The plan that I make is that if I give you a rechargeable lamp, so if I know your shop or I know your house, so no need to pay till you use it with it 24 hours or 3 days or 1 week. You confirm the durability of it, the breathiness of it, then you pay later. No matter how I don't know your house, or if I know your business center or something like that. So to do that way, so whoever tests it and confirm this lamp is function normally without any problem, so he will advertise me to his neighbor. So to do that way, so I now production very massively now.
Stakeholders in the field of innovation in Nigeria are optimistic that young Nigerian inventors will lead the next frontiers of scientists, technologists, and art creators that will determine the global roadmap for the future generation of mind-blowing inventions that will benefit Nigeria and beyond.
There is a need for more investment into local innovation. I am glad to say that within the time of COVID-19 and the post-COVID-19, you can see that even Central Bank of Nigeria instituted some research grant to assist people produce things that is needed in Nigeria. TED Fund also has, is in the process of having a fund, research and innovation fund, that anyone, as these people you are illustrating, that has capacity, has demonstrated ability, can be assisted. So in the past there is no, but now there is this move. And as I told you earlier, what limited us from doing this is the resources. But with the government, with the approval of President Muhammadu Buhari of all these funds, I think 2022 will be different.
The call is for all hands to be on deck, not just the teachers, school authorities, or government alone. Partners have been urged to encourage innovative children, as the next generation would surely be determined by science and technology.
More than 90% of the technologies that power the Nigerian economy are imported. And if you look at from where do we import these technologies, from advanced countries. These advanced countries have spent or have committed a lot of money in terms of research and development. So they have a very vibrant research and development. And some technologies take 6-7 years to develop. But when they begin to licensing it out, that is when they recover a lot of money out of it. So we should borrow a leaf. Our research and development funding is very, very poor. But thank God, of recent, the Vice President made a pronouncement that we'll be committing 0.5% of our GDP to research and development. By the time you put in a lot of funding in research and development, Nigerians are talented, Nigerians are hardworking. You understand, you see innovations coming up. You can see the results coming up that will help us reduce the shackles of dependency on foreign technologies. So when the funding is improved, you see technologies coming up, then the private sectors have responsibility. Then we come with a policy. Even if the private sector doesn't come up to take it, we should have to establish an institutional framework that will move some of those innovations to the level of production of products and services.